I literally was away from it for too long. That's unfortunate. Let's just continue to start it up.
Alright, y'all.
Hey everybody, this is CW3 here, back with another episode of Outer Worlds. Last time, we turned the power back into Edgewater, and we had to tell Adelaide that what's what we did. However, we are going to try... Great intro. However, we are going to try to convince Ree to stepping down and putting Adelaide in power, as she says that she can restore the garden in the Edgewater, as well as treating the people by using her soil, which she fuels with dead bodies. But I don't really care that much. So, with that being said, we also did a couple of side missions. We found out what happened to Zoe, and we found her. She was with the Marauders. We're about to go ahead and get the last couple of books for my guy. We also went ahead and did some advancements on other side quests, such as giving my guy Tom here, I think his name was Thomas. His name was Thomas. Some of his books for engineering, because he's trying to be an engineer after faking it. And we went and got some stuff for Chief here, which we're going to be doing after. Sorry, can't talk. Wasn't focused. We're gonna be doing after we talk to Reed and do some of these side missions that are in town. So, sorry, I had a lot of stuff in my mind just now, and I was talking. That's why I'm playing this game now, to get my mind off of things. Anyway, volume 2. That's the last volume we have. We're going to go ahead and find that. We can go ahead and give that to Thomas. As soon as we get back to the lab. Biothermal lab, or whatever it's called. Bada bing. And that's the last one. Oh, that was near. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut the... I'm still pressing pause instead of the damn map button. I'm sorry. Not that. I didn't mean to go to that mission. I wanted to go into Die Robot. Alright, hello Reed. I need you to step down.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
I spoke to Adelaide. She won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
You let her son die.
Her son got sick with plague a couple years back. Company never gave us enough medication to treat the whole town. So I had to choose, you see. Adelaide's child or someone else's. She's never forgiven me. I don't expect she ever will.
You say you're doing your best, but all I see is a town falling to pieces. Is that your place to make a decision? You've done enough. Maybe it's time to step down.
I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice.
I'll try and just attack
Edgewater
him.
may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
At least people aren't getting sick.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment, is a good work ethic.
This town doesn't eat anything but tuna. Of course you're gonna get sick. Have your people ever eaten an actual vegetable?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice salt tuna cannery. We eat salt tuna here, and only salt tuna.
What exactly are you putting in those cans? That's it? Just salt tuna every single day?
The salt tuna's been a mite bland ever since Adelaide left. And we don't get as much salt tuna these days, so we've had to improvise to meet quotas. We've added wood chips, some mushrooms, bit of sand, tossed some canid bits in our processor once. It all tastes like salt tuna in the end.
That can't be healthy.
Health is a state of mind, friend. Afflictions in one's body are reflections of afflictions in one's work ethic and attitude.
I should kill you. I
now
really
listen,
should.
I do not know what pretty rhetoric Adelaide has fed you, but plagues are a simple fact of life.
Adelaide found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical? How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Look, Reed, all I know is that it involves some really complicated math and it works. I want the XP.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure
This
Adelaide
can be
will
easy
be
for you.
glad to see the back of me. I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
You don't have to do this, you know.
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend a crop. She's what this town needs. A couple months
your
ago,
plans?
I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. No such
Why
thing
not?
as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
You won't last a day outside the walls, you know.
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
Take care. And that there is hi Pavarti. That there is why I kind of like his character. He was you know,
Not a peep from me.
pickpocket him. No, we can't pickpocket him. I don't think I have enough skill for that. So he was, he's very prideful, right? In his power, you know, he has his ways, but you know, in the end, when he was like told, like, hey man, like you aren't doing a good job. You know, there's a better way, and he was just like, okay. If that's what has to be done, that's what has to be done. And that's why I don't hate him completely. Is he stupid? Yes, he is a very, very stupid man. Because he... Oh, wait a minute. No, ha ha ha. You almost got me that time. You almost got me that time. Almost went through the wrong door.
Sick house is no place for a traveler.
I'm gonna close that door right back. Alright, let's go through there. Yeah, that's why I like his character, you know. In the end, he did the right thing, which was step down. He could have, like I said, he didn't have to, but he did. Alright. So, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the, lab. The geothermal lab. Because we need to get the, logical module.
I used to skip
We can
rocks
fast
in the
travel
river
back.
until Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I bet she was jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks.
The hell, Pavarti. Got some primals
Here we
here.
go. That's smart.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. Alright, rest of them are nearly as hard to put down.
Everyone all right?
Once again, Pavarti doing some very, very good work with that grenade launcher. She didn't die either. It's a snake! It wasn't hostile at all. I don't think it was. Going through here. Little shortcut. Show these guys. I actually haven't used this weapon yet. Someone was hiding out here. Little ranch.
Clever.
A little journal. Turn to the vicar. Oh, damn. That's done. Didn't even know that was a mission. I usually just... Oh, damn. Oh. Did that completely by accident? Kind of forgot that was part of this mission. We had to go do that. We're killing multiple birds with multiple stones here. Oh, wait, what? We're killing multiple birds with one stone, not multiple stones. Oh. We're killing no birds with no stones. It's just a joke. Come on now. I'm not... The fact that you have to fucking tell people that nowadays is ridiculous. People cannot take a joke for shit nowadays. Don't tell a dark joke. You're a... God. Telling a single dark joke, you'd get pelted by rocks through social media. Cancelled immediately. Itching my head, itching my head, itching my head. Alright. So... Remember how I was talking about that room a couple episodes ago? Well, I now know how to get in there. What you have to do is go up these stairs. That's all I was looking for. And you search this body. You take the security card from the security guard's body. Wait, what? You jump on back down. You go on back up. You turn right, you turn left, you turn right again. Unlock, open. That's how you get the logic module. And you get a couple other things. The plasma rifle. Need it though. We'll actually just grab it to grab it because I'm pretty sure the other one's gonna get pretty low soon. And it'll be nice to just have another one that we can just destroy. Alright, so let's get back to him. We can also talk to the vicar when we come back. Ouch. The back of my chair hit my back just now. Let's go talk to Adelaide, though. Talk to Adelaide, and we can get all the side quests done when we return. All right. Nope, I'm gonna go towards Adelaide now. Well, you may have noticed that I have not been using the fast travel, and that is because I just kind of like just walking around in the game. That's literally it. The game it's nice and beautiful game. I like to walk around in it. I don't mind not fast traveling every time to time. Of course, I'd rather fast travel than walk sometimes when it's too far, but at least for this, especially for Edgewater, and you know, this area itself, it's not a very big area, so I don't mind walking.
Dang, that's impressive.
Plasma cutter. We do have average strength. Now, we could have dumbed our strength down, but the reason I didn't do that, the reason I just have 2 of them up is because whenever you take stuff down, it's you get a lot more benefit out of it, but it's like it turns off like the quality of life things. Like you don't get passive healing, you get less stuff to carry. Like I'm pretty sure if I turned it down, I would actually be almost over the weight because I would have less stuff to carry. Adelaide, Adelaide, Adelaide. Have I gotten good news for you? How do I get to you again? That's first things first. I never actually did this the first time, but yoink. Now, if we really wanted to, we could just leave right here, right now, and just look to see if it's broken.
The snake's come back.
Shut up. I'll
I
kill you.
never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Yeah, it's best offering by you.
Telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater. Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might
Please
turn
watch.
that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk.
Take care. Alright, that pretty much completes the main story of Edgewater. But what we can do is we can give Thomas back his
One
journals.
of us want to go see what happened?
Thomas, where you at?
Food's bound to spoil it.
There you
Any
go.
luck finding one of those No kidding. Really? Well,
Part
which one?
2. Found it in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Adelaide tells me she's moving back to Edgewater.
Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time? I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town. Something must have changed in Edgewater. Adelaide's good as family. If she's...
Level 8. 6. I
Never
cannot
liked Reed
count.
much.
So we reached level 6. Can you move out of my way, Thomas? No, you can't. Alright, so with level 6, I think last time we upgraded our stealth and stuff, right? No, we upgraded our dialogue. Our dialogue's fine. We're gonna have Pavarti in our team for a while, so our persuasion is going to be at a nice, decent 40%. Yeah, I think it's a good time to just put our first... Why isn't it showing up? Just to put our first 10. Ooh, I only need to put 5 in there. I only need to put 5 in there, so I'll put my first 5 in that. I don't really need to put 10 in there then. Let me revert. I feel like I only need to put 2 in there, actually. Yeah, I only need to put 2 in there. So we have 8 left to spare. We can spread these points out a little bit, or I can put them all into long gun. Here's what I'll do. I'll put 2 points into dialogue. I'll get my persuade to 40. Put 2 points into that. I'll get everything to 30. Hacks at 30. Lockpicks at 36 at 18. And I'll put the... Actually, revert that. Got that at 20. So that means... Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Okay, yeah. So I thought that was determination. It's inspiration. I need to be at 20. So I actually was right to just put. Oh wow, I need to put a lot of points into my inspiration to actually get my companion abilities. I mean, I have to put at least 20 points into that. Well, I have to put 6 points into it next level up. That's fine. Alright. Got our next thing. Resilience. Yeah, well, tactical time dilation recharge faster. Alright, the last. Oh, hi, Zoe.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
And you're smoking. Alright, since it's 600 feet away. Oh, no, that's unreliable. The last thing we need to do. It's a chicken! So the last thing we need to do up in Edgewater is to go back to town, which I'm actually going to be using the fast travel feature. I am being quite a hypocrite, but I just want to fast travel because all we have to do now is that we have to go to Max, tell him we found the journal, give it to him, and get our money's worth. Meta pillar examined. We haven't come across any yet. Or any of these forms, which are all in the game. Well, at least 3 of them that you see right now are actually enemies in the game. Can you guess which 3? I don't know why I said that. This is not an episode of Dora the Explorer. Shit, if you fucking looked at the DLC playthrough before this, then you've seen plenty of them. Well, mosquitoes, but yeah. Pretty much the same thing. Alright, so last thing we need to do is we need to go to the Vicar.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna...
Oh, it'll pass. It'll pass.
It's a fine
Hello.
new day in Edgewater. I
Yeah, okay.
suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter?
Seemed like the better
The greater
choice.
good can be difficult to determine. None of us can know the effects of our decision in a year, or 10, or 100. Take comfort in the fact that your choices are always, ultimately, in line with the grand plan. From our own graveyard, just outside the gates. And Silas had not even an inkling. What do they pay the man for?
He spends all day digging graves, Vicar. Sir. Sometimes he's got to sleep.
Yes, of course. My reaction was unreasonable.
Don't find what Adelaide's doing objectionable. Is what she told me true? That's it. Sour and you can raise corpses. Isn't that illegal or something?
I'd need to give it careful consideration before answering. If it does improve the soil, it would seem to be a benefit overall. Once the spark of life is fled, the mortal form is but unanimated matter, comprised of the same elements as the rest of the universe. We inter for the comfort of the living, not the benefit of the dead.
It's very disrespectful.
Only to the feelings of the living. The dead are no more concerned with their corpses than a snake is with the skin it shed. The
True.
greater good is to tend to the needs of the living, not the dead.
True.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French.
Dude, you're in a church.
It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You're overacting a bit, don't you think?
Overreacting? Do you have any idea how many years I spent in... No. You couldn't possibly know, could you? I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent.
At least you still have your mission worth
Wasted.
here, giving your life meaningful purpose.
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh,
Mechanic
I'm
is almost
fairly
never used.
competent at hacking computers as well.
Neither is that mechanic.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
How'd you get assigned to prison duty?
Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it. So, what do you think?
I think you're being completely honest with me about that book.
It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bakonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
Sounds good, let's go.
Fantastic. I promise you won't regret this.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. It is my esteemed pleasure to serve as your crew vicar, Captain.
Alright, Vicar Max can now join the party. Vicar! Welcome to the club. Alright, resident. Our next points, we'll put 6 points into our determination and inspiration so we can have more things, but that's it for the here. There is one more side mission we can do here. It's a side mission where you have to collect pretty much the grave taxes for the people, but I've done that side mission so many times, guys, and it's not a fun side mission. You do get to talk to a couple of people, and some of their dialogue is pretty funny, but I've done it so many times by now that I get tired of doing it, and I don't want to do it. If you guys want to see the mission, there's other playthroughs out there, most definitely, and I probably will come back to do the mission a little bit later, but not now. For now, though, I think I want to get the F out of Edgewater, because this place is, Place is kind of trash, not gonna lie. Alright.
Handled beautifully.
Yeah, but we've done... Oh, wait a minute. Actually, almost forgot to give Ludwig his things.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before.
Here you
Bang
go.
up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Take care. Need a shock stick. Assuming that is a stun rifle. Stun baton. Alright, shot stick. Sure give. Mr. Ouch power text do 25% more damage. Bicker. Oh, we already have that. That does 30 damage. You do how much damage with this? 22. Pavarti, you do 2 damage with that. And this you do 20 with that, so yep, you can have that. I will not be needed it. But yeah, I think that's all the side missions we had to do, right? Yeah? Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and back to the Unreliable. Put our thing going up in. Oh, hold on. Oh, look at the little sprat. No, stay sitting down. I woke you up. No, they're so cute. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. Listen, fuck you guys, right? Those things are cute. I don't care what y'all say. They cute. Cute as hell. Yeah. Talk to Sid over here, or Sid's.
Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
I think she has other dialogue. She talks to her dad, because... oh, whatever. I would have been very mad if I would have fell further and died. No deaths yet. By the way, just wanted to point that out. We haven't had any deaths yet. I think that's pretty good for us. That poor guy. I shot his head off. Did he deserve it?
Is this your
I
ship?
don't care.
Oh my
Damn.
stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine.
What's wrong with your eyes?
To a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
You never been on a ship before. I can understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy in
That's kind of you to
Edgewater.
say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Not interested.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before you showed up. You sent them power, and now the town might see another season. And you talked Miss McDevitt into coming back to town. Maybe one day, Edgewater will have a garden where that cannery once stood. You ain't exactly a stranger anymore. You done some kindness hereabouts. I wouldn't mind following somebody like that.
You really want out of Edgewater that badly?
Yeah, I really do. My whole life's been small. I realized that when you walked into town. I've been seeing the same faces every day, the same sky, the same stars. Then I saw this ship. This gorgeous, stately lady with her eyes turned skyward, and I made up my mind to come along with you.
I'd be glad to have... I fucked that up. I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, and it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister.
She's so cute.
I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
I'm just putting it out there. We fucks with Pavarti. If you don't like Pavarti, I have every right to drop kick you in your throat. I just do. Ada. Oh, look at them. This is the first time they're walking on the ship. I never actually noticed that.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well on that. In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker?
You sound worried.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I'm gonna guess you're not a drinker yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
Oh, it's what I do. You'll tire of it soon enough.
Let's get back to it. Also, once again, never heard that line of dialogue before.
I find my... Something vexing you, Captain?
Yeah, whatever.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind...
Gotcha. Climb, climb. And hit him with a whip. Ah, damn. I hit him with a 360 and broke my damn legs. Ain't that about a bitch. Alright. What was in here? I think it was a gun in here, right?
We're in.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Well, let's get out of here. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. Did you know that without consistent navigation to avoid the storms that wreck entered? One day I'll be able to read all that. One day. It'll happen. It'll happen.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good. I've been wanting to hear from him.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there.
Look at
help
Ada.
me help
Just
us
staring at him.
find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly.
Would stop me from leaving Halcyon altogether.
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together.
Okay.
None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. And we can start by reviving
Fine,
the hope.
I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put it to
Excellent.
use.
I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Alright, first things first. Let's look at the map. It's the first time we're going to be able to see it, so let's go ahead and look at it real quick. Ah, yes, these are all the planets we're going to have access to. All of them. We will all be able to land on every one of these planets except this one right here. And Typhon. Don't think we land on Typhon at all. Anyway, we just have a couple options to go to. We can go to Groundbreaker, which is right here, kind of like a little big ship in the sky. We can go to Phineas's lab, which we might go to, or we can wait until next episode. Welcome to the system map. Wish you could have told me that when I went into the actual map. That's where Pavarti will be. She kind of just chills there. Haha, this thing. Holographic Shroud. Holographic Shroud projects disguise on you and your companions that give you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel, and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. You can play the entire game without ever picking that up, because it is optional. But it does give you XP, so why not take it? We're almost already at level 7. If we were to land on Groundbreaker, I think we would level up to level 7 actually. But we'll do that next episode, like I said. What I do want to do is I want to go ahead and talk to Pavarti, see how she's settling in.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
What do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
It's a ship's computer. It's not intelligent, but it does a good but it does a good imitation.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female, I possess no gender. Any pronoun preferred by the user is acceptable.
Including
Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
What do you think, Pavarti? Is this... you know what? Fuck that question. I expect you to be in full cooperation.
I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
You learned your trade from your father? It sounds like you sound like him you talk to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you actually are good at this, and you enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater. You didn't like your classes. That's to be interesting, but I want to talk about something else. You didn't like your classes?
There were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches. Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches.
What do you do in your off time?
As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes. I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars.
That's it. You didn't spend time with your friends, build anything fun. You didn't have your own room. You never got caught. You never got in trouble.
Teachers came through now and again looking for slackers or contraband, but I was always working. They liked that. Otherwise, I tried not to call attention to myself. Just stay quiet in a corner and I'll get overlooked. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own. I doubt any of them remember me now.
After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater.
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
I'm sorry. He wasn't that old, was he? Did you get much time with him after you got back from school? He wasn't that old, was he?
No, but a whole life taking care of Edgewater by his lonesome, working with all kinds of chemicals, it wears on a body. When I left for school, everything got harder for him. I used to help him lift the heavy things, and my hands didn't shake for the fine detail work.
Did you get much time with him after you got back from school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Break time's over. And that's Pavarti's kind of backstory. Every companion has one. That's Pavarti's. Don't find it out in the mission, you'll find it out just through talking to him. Which is why I like to kind of talk to all the companions and everyone I can, because you'll find out something new about them, you'll laugh at something, or you'll just enjoy talking to them. This is Max's room.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret. So, tell me what's on your mind.
We'll go through Max later. I think we've done enough for this episode. We completely finished Edgewater, except about one mission, and we're gonna be heading to a brand new, area in the next episode. So I feel like this is a good stopping point. We spent about 50 minutes on this so far, at least in this stream.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
Kind of scared me, low key. I have to 8 of this thing. Examine. Adelaide's deserter dreamed of an independent life without board oversight. You taught them an important lesson. Never dream. I've never read that before. That's hilarious. That's fucked up, actually. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. I don't know. Every time I say a door, I'll always forget that there's a door here, because once you open this door, it stays open. You can close it back, but for the majority of the part, if you never close it back, it will stay open for the entirety of the game. But let me end the episode, dang it. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.